definitely is an honor to have Frank with us today for a candid conversation about his journey from a young boy who loved to watch Perry Mason on TV to a managing partner of Clarke Silvergate. We heartily welcome you, Frank. As soon as one visits your website, miamimentor.com, which you set up to provide guidance to young lawyers and students, the words "your purpose is my purpose" are clearly seen. And they so evidently show the kind of person you are. And we all love to read your writings on LinkedIn with so much to take away from every day. Your firm, Clarke Silvergate's mission is to not just create leaders out of lawyers, but also mentors. So we couldn't have asked for a better guest to talk about mentorship and its importance with us. To begin with, I'd love to know about your journey from that little boy to now a managing partner. I'm sure there must have been a lot of hurdles to cross, bridges to burn to reach where you are. Who would you consider to be your mentor who's played a major role in shaping the individual that you are? And what would it be like had they not been a part of your life?
Well, I'm currently in Miami, but I grew up in Chicago in the 70s and early 80s and went to a parochial school there and had some teachers who were very good in terms of believing in their students and encouraging us to pursue whatever we wanted to pursue. And from an early age, I had an interest in the law. I had various interests. I wanted to write, I wanted to speak, I wanted to get involved in politics, but law was always something that remained in the background. And I was fortunate to have a number of teachers throughout the years always encourage and support me. I remember teachers in junior high who uh, encouraged me to do more writing and more
Mm,
speaking. I remember a teacher who I'm still friends with on Facebook in high school
mm,
who made us read a lot. We were reading one or two classic novels every week, and I had her both as my sophomore and senior years.
mm,
And I think the biggest thing that has positively affected me over the years is a devotion to reading. And I'd certainly encourage all your listeners to read as much as they can. It doesn't have to be necessarily in the areas of law.
mm.
It could be classic fiction, it could be biographies, it could be histories. But I think being able to read and having sort of a wide breadth of books that you've read over the years, it makes you a better writer, certainly. It makes you a better speaker. It makes you a better thinker. And it
Absolutely.
provides makes you more creative and more imaginative. So I just a brief answer to your question about sort of the biggest influence for people who've always encouraged me to read over the years, and which have been a number of professors. And you think back, and it's hard for us to find time as lawyers and law students to read for our pleasure. We
Mm,
read so much. We read statutes and cases, and we read case books and treatises and all sorts of things. And you get home and you're tired, and
yeah.
picking up another book to read something else may be a tough thing to do, but I strongly encourage all your listeners to find the time to read a book on a regular basis. I try to read a book a week.
Mm,
Some people that's probably too much. Some people read more than that, but try to read a book a month. Sit yourself
mm,
at the beginning of every year when you're sitting down and you're coming up with your personal strategic plan for the year. Pick a dozen books for that year. That could be a mix of
yeah.
books on leadership, public speaking. They could be a novel. They could be a book of poetry. And then each month, read a book. You'll be much better off both
Yeah.
as a person and as a lawyer if you do that.